everyone, welcome back. We're diving into something I think we can all relate to: time management, or maybe more accurately, like how do we actually get things done?
Yeah, and it's funny because we talk about time management, but is that even really a thing? I mean, can we really manage time itself?
It's true, the clock just keeps ticking, right?
Well,
Regardless of how many productivity hacks we try.
exactly. So I think what we're really talking about, and what we see a lot in the research for this deep dive, is managing ourselves within the time that we have, our energy, our focus, all that.
So then how does understanding that, help us be more productive? Because that's the goal, right? Like we want to get stuff done.
Right, and it seems intuitive, like better time management equals better productivity, but it's not always that simple. Some of what we looked at actually suggests that being too rigid with time can actually hurt creativity.
Yeah, that tracks. There was this one study, I can't remember all the details, but basically they found that people were less creative when they were on a super strict schedule.
Makes sense, right? Sometimes you just need that space to let your mind wander, to have those aha moments.
Totally. So how does that play into all those different time management philosophies out there, Pomodoro, getting things done, and all this? How do we even know where to start?
Right, because there's no shortage of systems, right? And they all promise to be the answer, but the truth is, it depends.
Oh, tell me about it. I've tried it all. You name a productivity hack, I guarantee you I've tried it. I even spent like an entire weekend one time creating this super detailed, color-coded schedule for my week. And then, you guessed it, life happened, one unexpected phone call, and the whole thing just completely fell apart.
It's so easy to get caught up in trying to plan for every single minute, but the reality is things change. So finding a system that allows for that flexibility, that's key.
Flexibility and I guess figuring out what actually works for you. Your own like personality, work style, all that.
Exactly. Because we're all wired differently, right? What works for a morning person might not work for someone who's most productive at night. And a method that's great for focused work might not be the best fit for brainstorming.
It's like those memes, I'm going to start this productivity system, this time it's going to work, and then it all falls apart again.
Right. Because it's not about finding the one perfect system. It's about understanding the principles behind these different approaches and then figuring out how to adapt them to your own unique style.
It's like finding the right pair of shoes or the right, I don't know, coffee order. Everyone has their preferences. But then what about this? For those of us who've tried every time management technique out there but still feel like there's not enough time in the day, what if, and this might sound a little radical, but what if the goal isn't necessarily to get more done?
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
What if it's more about being intentional about how we spend our time? Like maybe instead of trying to cram more into our already packed schedules, we need to be more selective about what we say yes to in the first place.
There you go. That's the real challenge, right? Not just managing time, but managing our relationship with it, deciding what deserves our attention and what we can let go of. It's about recognizing that sometimes the most productive thing you can do is say no.
So it's less about doing more and more about doing less, but more intentionally.
Exactly. And on that note, I think we'll leave you with that thought to ponder.
Yeah.
What if the key to unlocking your productivity isn't about doing more, but about making more mindful choices about where you direct your energy and focus?